Matt, on another day, that performance gets you 3 points rather than one, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think uh, this is Stevenage are a very, very good team. I think if you finish ahead of them, then you probably won the league this year. I think they're as good as what the league's going to give, and I thought we stood toe to toe with them. Of course, they had a couple of chances hit the bar, but I was really pleased with our boys. We probably belied our league position with the performance, the resilience, the energy, the camaraderie, all those bits that go into a good team. I thought we showed those today. Off the back of Tuesday night when we played really well, but probably disappointed not to get all 3 points. We had to find some more energy. We had to, change the team up a little bit and protect a few knocks and niggles and all the rest of it. So we had to make a few changes, and I thought the boys responded. Big Frank was brilliant up front. Hanno did a job on the right, and then brilliant when he went into midfield again. Marley come up with an absolute belter of a goal, and I think he's maturing a lot in his performances at the moment. The boys at the back sort of dug in. So, like I say, I was pleased with loads of aspects of the game. We've got a lot to improve still, and we'll keep working. Greg, as you know, we will. That won't stop. But I think at the same time, you've got to respect a point against a team that's going to be right up there.
Yeah, you mentioned Marley there. Generally sitting midfielder, but it shows how positive we were at the beginning of the game that he's getting in and around the edge of the box to even be in the position to get that shot away.
I think with their setup in midfield, we asked Marley to push on and try and press. We want to play on the front foot. We don't want to just sit back. So Scusi was behind him, and we asked Marley to go and get on seconds for us because we know that was going to be important, that physicality in the game today. And obviously the ball dropped him on the edge of the box, and he struck it beautifully. It's gone right in the top corner. So pleased for him. He's such a good lad. Him, Alamir and Junior, they're great kids to work with, and they've been with us since I've been in the building. So pleased for Marley, and we're going to keep working with him. We'll keep helping him, and he's doing it for himself as well. He's the one out there performing every week.
Yeah, Stevenage equalised in that first half. So what's the message at half time to the players?
What can I tell you? The message was to really believe in ourselves. I know that we've spent the season at not the end that we want to be in the table, and I don't want to believe in these boys more than they believe in themselves. I think we've got a real good group of footballers. I think we've got a great group of men, and I believe in them so much, and I want them to keep showing it. And I wanted us to respond at half time by heading out in the second half and showing what we did, Greg. As you know, I thought we still took the game to Stevenage. I didn't want us to just sit back and accept that we were going to be second best, even though we conceded and we're at 1-1. I wanted us to step on, change formation after maybe 10 minutes of the second half. I think made a couple of changes. I thought it was us then in the ascendancy for 20 minutes, and Stevenage had to change to cope with what we were doing to them. So that was a compliment in itself. Obviously, they had a couple of near misses at the end, but I definitely think we deserved in the way we played to get the point.
Yeah, and in that second half, especially in that last half now, you mentioned we looked really good running forward, looked like we had plenty of legs. That must be a real positive as well, that the energy levels were still high towards the end of the game.
Yeah, I think bringing Dan on, Dan Chester's, newbie's energy is incredible. Luke Hannon, the way he gets up and down the pitch. We then had, Judgy's real quality on the ball. Judgy brings us, we know that. And that's why I thought after Tuesday night and Judgy played 90 minutes, I thought that maybe when the game opens up in the last half an hour, he could be key to bring him on the pitch. So that was kind of a preempted kind of scenario that might come about, which is why he didn't start, and I explained that to him yesterday. And he had a couple of real good balls, and I thought, like you say, with Dan and Noobs and Hanno, the energy they brought, we were still kind of running strong at the end there, so that was pleasing. So we need to get the boys to recover. We've got a long trip on Monday up north, up to Barrow. So the boys, I've just asked them to spend their weekend wisely and recover and get themselves ready for, they'll be back in on Monday morning, and we'll get on the coach and up to Barrow and ready to perform again on Tuesday evening.
Probably not the way in which you wanted to introduce Alan Judge into the game. How is Cole Scouse?
Scousey's obviously got picked up a little injury. That's not the way we wanted to introduce him, but needs must at that point. We didn't want to lose Scousey, of course. But yeah, he's picked up a little injury, so we'll again assess him over the weekend and look to see if we can get him on the coach on Monday up to Barrow.
And then obviously Newport next Saturday, 2 very difficult away journeys. Do you think about Newport at all before Barrow, or does your thinking come around the whole logistics of Barrow do you have to take the Newport game into consideration?
No, not considering Newport one little bit at this moment in time. Barrow is everything in my life, and that's all I'm thinking about at this point. That's all I'll think about all weekend, and all I think about on Monday. So no. Newport doesn't come into the thinking at the minute. All we care about now is Barrow, getting the boys ready to bring their energy again. Pete, I know Pete Wild very well. He was on my course to diploma that I did last year, the LMA diploma, and I was with him last weekend at St George's Park for the pro licence application as well. So he's absolute gentleman. I know he's got his team doing really, really well. So that's my only thought in my mind at this moment in time is for Barrow. Once we've completed that, we'll move on to Newport.